Jeannie from LaGrange, Georgia. We were going to get her on the line, but we got the email. That's okay. We have old family pictures we want to keep. Professional stores are so expensive doing this retouching. What picture editor would be the best to correct and improve these old 1900s black and white photos? I love doing this because it's such a great project. Anybody with a computer, Mac or PC, can do this. It's fairly simple. I, in fact, have some old photos, old family photos on the computer we scanned in. If you've got a scanner, that's the key. You've got to get them into the computer somehow. And maybe you go down to the Photoshop and you get them scanned in. This is a free program you can download from ActiveShare.com. It's from Adobe. This is the company that does Photoshop, all of the high-end photo retouching. Here's a picture of my father-in-law when he was in the Navy. Handsome guy. Look at this great picture. But it's a little washed out, isn't it? And I'd like to correct it. Now, ActiveShare isn't very fancy. It doesn't have a lot of tools. But for a lot of what you want to do, it might be everything you need. You can remove red eye, which is good on those flash shots. And I'm just going to press this one, Instant Fix. And what this does is look how much better that looks. It's crisper. The contrast is better. It just looks a lot better. So if you don't have a lot of expertise or you don't want to spend a lot of time, this one's free, and it does a great job. It's called ActiveShare from Adobe. It has other photo capabilities, including creating albums, sharing it on the web, emailing. Really, if you play with photos, you should have this. But if you want to do something more elaborate, then you're going to want to go to a more elaborate program. Now, a lot of people talk about Paint Shop Pro, which is about $90, but for my money, the same money, by the way, this is the program to use. It's Adobe Photoshop. This is the queen of photo editors, but this is the limited edition, LE. And for most people, the limited edition is all you need. If you're laying out magazines, go ahead, spend the $600. For under $100, you can get the LE, and this is everything you need for retouching. The downside is it's more powerful but more complex to use. Here is a picture of my my wife's grandmother. She was a silent film star. So this is from the 20s, and we have a number of pictures of her, but this is from one of her movies. But you can see we've got scratches, it's got dots on it, somebody wrote on it, there's a corner missing. We really want to see that it was folded at one point. We really want to clean this up. Well, we can do that very easily with Adobe Photoshop LE. I'll just show you a couple of tricks. First thing, we scan the image in, but I'm going to now, it is a black and white image, but I'm going to convert it to RGB color. Not because it's going to get colorful, but because I can do more now with it. First thing I want to do is airbrush out this text and fill in this corner. And the way to do that, I'm going to use the dropper here and get the sky color. See there? Now I'm working with the sky color. I just picked up the sky color with the dropper. I'm going to use the airbrush. It's going to take some time, but I can airbrush in. I got to make sure I'm doing this right. I can airbrush in the, why am I not? Oh, let me just do it normal. There we go. I can airbrush in the sky, and I'm getting rid of all the writing. And it's, believe me, this is completely indistinguishable from the original. This is just cleaning it up completely. And the nice thing about an airbrush is it's not like a big swab of color. It's gentle, so you can fill it in. And so I would keep going, obviously, as you can see. And it's just slowly filling it in. I can zoom in a little bit. Maybe I will. And you will a lot of times want to zoom in to see the details of what you're doing. But you see, I'm slowly going to fill that in. Now let's fix those scratches down here. That's a little bit more tricky. I'm going to use the cloning tool. That's this rubber stamp here to get this. And what I'm going to do is press the Alt key and say, I want to clone this portion of the fence down here. Now watch, as I clone, oh, let's go back to normal. As I clone, it's going to clone the fence on top of it. And it's magic. Look at that. The scratches disappear. You can't tell that I've retouched this. Now, you're paying a pro to do this. This is exactly what, look at that. It's gone. This is exactly what a pro is going to do, but they're going to spend an hour of their time. You're going to pay them a lot of money. Finally, I'm going to show you one more trick that is a little bit more elaborate, but a lot of fun, colorizing it. For that, I do want to use the color paintbrush here, and I'll just take a paintbrush. In fact, let me get some color, some kind of flesh tone color, and you always want to desaturate it. You don't want to use the bright, vibrant color. This is a black and white photo we're going to work on. We just want to do a little bit of colorization. That might even be too orangey. I'd probably step it down a little bit. But you can see, you can start to color. If I zoom out, it looks a lot more natural. Whoops, let's go back in. And I can colorize the photo. I can make her eyes blue. I can make her lips red. I can colorize the dress. It is really very easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time. It's not difficult. And you can really, look at that. She's in color. She's in color. Shall I give her red lips? All right, real quickly, I'm going to give her red lips because it's kind of fun to do that. And just paint those lips red. And let's go zoom in and look how natural that looks. Now, of course, oh, stop it. I would take more time to do that. But this is a fun project to do with your old photos. Photoshop LE is one of many programs that will do this, but I think for your money, get the good one. Get the one that everybody uses. A little more complicated, but you could see, once you learn some techniques, it's a lot of fun.